Welcome back. Well, we're used to paying extra for more data and making international calls, but now almost half of Australia's mobile providers are charging more for faster network speed.
They're calling it telco shrinkflation. And here to break it down is finance expert Joel Gibson. Joel, good morning to you. Which mobile providers are now capping speeds on their plans?
Well, funnily enough, it's about half of them. You know, I've been working with the telco experts at Whistle Out on this, and they've sent me a list. I couldn't fit them all on one graphic.
Really?
There's about 14, 15 that we counted so far, which is almost half the market. You know, the two biggest mobile providers in the country, Telstra, Optus, most of their subsidiaries as well. So this is something that's crept in over the past year gradually.
Explain it to us. What is it?
OK, so there's caps on different types of plans. On the 4G plans, it's often around 100 megabits per second, 150 megabits per second.
What does that mean for someone who's...
I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to give you a bit of a sort of a crash course in speed caps. One way to understand it is, why do airlines sell first class and business class tickets? So they can charge certain people more, right? And to increase their profitability. So they're doing that now in mobile plans. A first class mobile plan is a 5G plan with no speed cap. A business class plan would be a 5G plan with a cap around 250 megabits per second. A premium economy plan, 4G uncapped, and an economy plan is a 4G capped plan, right? So this is how we now have to think about it when we choose a mobile plan, because speed is the new factor that we're going to have to consider on just about every single mobile plan. It's a whole new world, and it's going to get worse if I can put it that way. It's certainly going to become more commonplace.
How do people recognise? I mean, a lot of people were not even going to look at the speed they signed up to in one of those 28,000-page contracts.
It's buried really deep in the FAQs on some websites. That's what our investigation found. So they're not being open about this necessarily. The Optus CEO has been asked why they're doing it. She admitted it's because they need to make more money out of 5G plans to fund the rollout of the 5G network. They're building that infrastructure. It's very expensive infrastructure. So they need to make money to cover those costs. Now, to answer your question, what is 100? What is 200? How the hell do we know what these things mean? They're actually not that slow, these caps. 100 megabits per second is twice as fast as the average NBN plan.
Right.
250, which is a 5G capped plan, is 5 times as fast. But here's the comparison so that people will understand it. See standard NBN there at 50 megabits per second. That's the most common NBN plan in the country. So a 4G mobile plan is about the same speed as your standard NBN plan. A 5G mobile plan is roughly, on average, 184 megabits per second. So it sits somewhere between a fast and a super fast NBN plan. So I'm not saying that these speed caps are going to radically slow people down, but they are a new factor.
How do you tell the difference just in the operation of, say, for example, the phone?
Good question. Most of us would not even notice the difference until we're downloading large files. So if you're downloading an app, it might take 2 minutes instead of 1 minute if you're on a capped versus an uncapped plan. If you're downloading large files, for example, large video files on your email, those sorts of things, that's when you'll notice it. But most of us can do absolutely everything we want to do at a speed cap of 100 megabits per second, which is why I say there are winners and losers from this trend. If you're paying first class for a 250 or plus a 5G uncapped plan,
you may not use it all.
You may be using too much, maybe paying too much. You might be able to save hundreds of dollars a year by downgrading your plan to what I would call an economy or a premium economy plan at that sort of 4G.
That's a real saver for people. Can you change
at the moment, especially
the speed inside a plan?
No, but you can move between plans with one provider, or you can switch to different plans at other providers. So what I'm concerned about is that the shrinkflation issue here. Obviously, we talk about shrinkflation in groceries, where they give you a carton of eggs with 10 eggs instead of 12. The price might not change, but you're getting fewer eggs, and therefore it's effectively a price rise in disguise, right? So this is happening to some people now in the past year who are probably paying the same for their mobile plan, but are actually getting capped speeds.
And what's the Goldilocks option?
The Goldilocks option is the one that's right for you. So this is what I was saying. If you're paying for a first-class mobile plan and you're only really using it at economy level, downgrade your plan, save hundreds of dollars a year. There's no need to pay for the absolute fastest 5G plan if you don't need it.
That is great advice.
Very good advice,
More
Joel.
information on our website. It's 8 o'clock.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?